welcome to season 2 of DIY Try or Buy podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're
Applause.
so excited.
Inside joke.
I love it. So today's episode, we are talking about something very fun.
Yes. Very dear to my heart.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Celebration of music
Yes.
and just how music has influenced, impact our lives.
Yes.
Our childhoods, growing up. I just feel like music is something everybody can relate to.
Yes, absolutely. And music brings people together. And also this year, 2023, signifies 50 years of hip hop. And so for me, hip hop was definitely something that I enjoyed growing up. I feel like it saved me in a lot of ways. And so today's episode, we'll be talking about music, how it's impacted our lives, and all of our favorite songs.
Yes. We're going to take a trip down memory lanes a little bit about different things that's happened because of music.
So we're both in our 40s. And so we were kids of the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's a lot of musical genres. Like, there's a lot that happened in the 80s, the 90s. There's that grunge phase.
Yeah, I wasn't a part of that.
Like punk phase.
Wasn't a
pop,
part of that. Right.
Boy bands, the original boy bands.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the pop boy bands. I feel like there was like an original and then like pop boy bands.
Right. So I'm curious, Mee Hee, what was your favorite groups growing up? Like, who did you like?
Okay. Like my list?
Yeah.
My top 5?
Your top 5.
Okay. So, oh my God. Okay. Look, y'all, there will be viewers and listeners that can relate to, because we have some different stuff. That's what I love about music. There's so many different genres, but when I grew up, my big thing was Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Mariah Carey. You want me to tell why?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Because
Mariah
usually
Carey,
music is associated with a certain part or memory in your
Yes.
life. So why Mariah?
So Mariah, like 80s, early 90s Mariah, like first hit the scene, the curly hair, the vision of love Mariah, like
I had a vision.
I loved Mariah Carey. So my first, I think, listening to her, but we grew up in different, okay, let's back up, rewind.
Back it up. Okay.
Okay, we grew up, and you can say other things, cassettes.
Cassettes, yes.
You went to Sam Goody, Camelot Music.
That's where I worked there, yep,
right?
Camelot.
You went and you would get, at least in my era, you would purchase singles on cassette.
Absolutely,
There
yep.
were no CDs. This is pre-CD.
Pre-CD.
And if you're in the alpha generation, like my son, he doesn't even know what a CD
Right,
is.
yeah. And I had my son turn on the record player. He was like, where's the off button? I said, oh, Lord, he has no idea.
No idea. Records,
idea.
right?
None.
So, like, our families probably grew up with record players, right? And my dad had a lot of records. But, okay, Mariah Carey, because her Christmas CD was actually my first CD.
Okay.
Yeah, I was deprived of having. I had cassettes, right?
Okay.
I had cassettes, but that was like the first CD. So that Christmas CD that is still popular, that she's still making money off of, that was like a staple, like CD. I probably still have it somewhere.
I can't remember my first CD or my first cassette, but I used to work at Camelot Music, and I remember back in the day when you would buy those single cassettes, and it would be on those walls, and it was this rack, and you had this huge security thing that you had to pull out, and we had to unlock it for people to actually buy the cassette. I love that. And then you had like a side A, side B, which you had like the instrumental. See, they don't know nothing about that. That was the time we played the good music.
And it even came wrapped. The cassette came wrapped. You had to unwrap it.
Yes.
There was parental advisory on some of them. Those were the good days.
But wait. This was the time. Hold on. So do you have the memory where you would listen to Vision of Love, and we would have our brushes in our hands, and we'd be singing along with it, but we would have to use a cassette to record it off of the radio, and then we would have our books to write stuff down. And I'm going to show y'all after we talk about Mee Hee's list. I actually went to my archives, and I found my notebook of all my raps, which I'm not going to rap to y'all, but all my raps. And I actually, it's so funny because I wrote down the lyrics to Boys to Men, right? and you can see where I got it wrong, and clearly I'm listening to the radio because I stopped it, rewound because I got the word wrong and corrected it. But it's so funny to look at that stuff. Like kids now have Spotify; they don't have to wait for a song to come on the radio. But those were good times.
Those were the times. And let's visually think about this. The boombox is set up. The radio station is dialed in.
Radio Raheem, y'all.
Right?
Spike Lee.
It's playing, and then you're like, shh, because like I had a sister, right? Like we knew, like we would just listen, because sometimes you'd be like, coming up next, you know, Boys to Men on Bended Knee, and then we'd be like, shh, and then it'd come on, and you'd push that red record button on your little, you know,
and then I'd be mad when the radio station wouldn't play the whole song. And they
start
in.
talking.
Oh dang, I'll be so mad. If anybody has videos of their high top fades or like the big boom boxes with the lights on it, please send it to us. I love nostalgia and old school stuff. So yeah, that'd be dope.
I do too.
Okay, so Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. Okay, Salt and Pepper. Okay, so if y'all want to judge me, you may say
I'm having a hot flash.
She wasn't allowed to listen to that. You are right.
Your mom wouldn't let you listen to Salt and Pepper?
No, I was the kid that we had MTV, but I would watch MTV even though I wasn't allowed to watch MTV. Like I was an MTV VH1 when they play music videos, because they don't do that no more. Mm-hmm. But I was like a music video junkie. Mm-hmm. So I remember like watching all the videos. I loved Salt and Pepper. I don't know what I just loved them. And then
what song of Salt and Pepper did you love?
All of them, but I love like Push It, Push It, Push It.
How'd that go? How'd that go?
I love, and then all of it. Just like when What a Man came on. I was like 10 years old.
I see why your mom was like, no.
Singing lyrics to What a Man. Yeah. You all know the lyrics. Look it up. We'll drop some. You know, I should not have been listening to it. A 10-year-old and a friend of mine, one of my best friends from kindergarten. She says the same thing now, like, why was I as a 10-year-old singing these lyrics? But we were, and when we would go to the mall, my mom would shop at Sears, and Sears had this jukebox where you could go, like, you know, it was free. Uh-huh. So my mom would be like, I'm shopping. I was like, I'm going to the kids section. I was at that jukebox pushing all the Salt and Pepper songs, and then I just, you know, pretend like I was looking at clothes. I'm like, I picked that. We're listening to that because I picked that track.
But you think about it, like kids growing up, even our parents, well, I would say my mom, none of the lyrics were wholesome. They weren't wholesome. Every lyric you listen, unless you listen to the John Denver talk about the mountains and nature, okay, I get it. But everything like Elvis Presley, I mean, the gyrating he did. I mean, Al Green, love me some Al Green. My mom would listen to all. So things that we listen to, I mean, they can't really say that they had all these great lyrics unless you listen to the gospel. But I mean, you know, because I mean, my favorite was, we'll get to mine later. But go ahead. Yeah. So Mariah Carey, Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Okay, this one's a different one because I have Garth Brooks. So I didn't start listening to Garth Brooks, but Garth Brooks was very popular in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Like big country fame. Like a lot of people love country music. It's one of those genres that, if you watch The Voice, if you watch, you know, all the, what's the other, American Idol, like country artists do really well. So I loved Garth Brooks, but I was a closeted Garth Brooks fan.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't like overly like, but now, like I love Garth Brooks. Seen Garth Brooks in concert, like have like CD collections of Garth Brooks. So love Garth Brooks.
I haven't met a black person that was like all like ball out love country. But I think in our community, we like there are some songs that we just love, like Achy Breaky.
Yeah.
They would never say they liked it, but
Billy
you
Ray Cyrus.
Like, don't tell my heart, my Achy Breaky.
I feel like if it hit like mainstream radio,
then we was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
You kept hearing it all over, so it was like, oh, it's catchy. So.
Right.
Okay, so Garth Brooks.
So we got two more.
Janet Jackson.
Yes. Good job.
Oh, I love Janet. I loved it. Michael Jackson. If you don't know Michael Jackson, I don't know where you live in this country.
The memories on Michael.
He was
MJ.
global.
Yeah.
So then when Janet was like coming out and doing her Rhythm Nation, like I loved Janet.
Okay.
So
So did you own any Janet
I-
stuff?
I
So your mom let
did.
you listen to Janet?
yeah, we'll pull the CDs out. I did. My mom actually really liked Michael Jackson, so like Janet coming up and out, like I think she was good with it
Because they family.
yeah,
It's the
'cause
Jacksons.
It's the
fine.
Jacksons.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
From Gary, Indiana, right? So okay, and then Boys to Men. My sister and I, Boys to Men was like the one on the radio, like when we didn't have the singles and it first came out, like we created our own singles on our little recorder.
10, 9, 8,
Yes.
7.
Boys to Men. They were just all over. Like that was like the first like boy like group, right, to me that set off. a
Really?
lot
Okay,
that I
so
just
we
loved.
so you didn't like New Edition because New Edition came before Boys to Men.
I wasn't
No.
into them.
Oh, my heart.
I know. Boys to Men. Like I feel like I had
It's okay.
posters.
Mm-hmm.
Posters of them, like just okay. So it's funny because I grew up in like the '80s, early '90s, like as a kid, as you know, growing up. Back home, if y'all don't know, previous episodes, I'm from a town. Maybe it's a city now, Collinsville, Illinois. And don't come for me the name. I didn't make the name. There was this. I think it was Friday night. It was like, I think junior high only. So our junior high was just 7th and 8th grade. But any junior high student, even in like the area, could come to this location. It was called TP. I didn't name it. But if you know anything about where I'm from, we have Cahokia Mounds. It's celebrated there, you know, so that is where the Cahokia Indians settled. And so we were the K-Hawks. Like that's our mascot. So anyway, this location was just like a building, gathered a bunch of middle school kids. All the staff, parents were volunteers, but it was basically a local hangout place. They had pool tables in the basement. They had arcades. They had popcorn pizza you could buy. Upstairs was the dance floor.
Okay.
So that was like the hangout Friday nights. And I think it was really developed to, right, like keep kids in one place, right, not on the streets, like give them some entertainment. They're all together. It was the thing. Like if we got grounded, we were grounded from TP.
Wow.
Because it was like that social place to see our friends
That's
outside
cool.
of school. So I love it. It's like closed down now. They don't do anything, but that is the nostalgia with like all these music, the artists that come to play, because that is where like you had your first like slow dance with the boy, like awkward middle school. Can you imagine? It was so awkward where you would like.
Do you remember your first dance? And do you know what song it was?
Ooh, I may and I may not want to crawl down that.
That's okay because I don't remember a
trauma
lot of that either.
lane
Right,
and-
trauma. I don't remember.
I feel like that was where like you know back in the day it was like you want to go out with me,
Right,
you know,
right,
it was
right.
like not even real dating. But I do remember dancing with my friends, maybe a few boys. I wasn't to me I don't think I was like popular, but I just remember that is where like the music, all the different popular music was on. I do remember country. I do remember like Garth Brooks songs there. So yes. So those are my artists. So who are some of your?
Wait, before we get to me, because we gonna just package you all up with one nice little bow. So show us or share with us some of your things that you brought from your your memories.
I don't have the CDs anymore. I don't have the CDs anymore. or no, I mean the cassettes.
Okay.
I don't know if those got thrown away. If I call my sister, I bet she's got old cassettes somewhere. Like, oh no, I saved all these. She's really good at that. I'm like, but because I don't know the last time I bought. So okay, you all know you all remember the accordion style. If you had so many CDs, they were like 4 discs on a page, and then you flipped it over and
or you put the cover in the front and then the CD.
You know,
in
it helped us organize when CDs became a thing. I don't even know. Was there a compartment for cassette tapes? I feel like there were towers.
There was just towers. It was just towers, right? Yeah, we had Oh, we had the big old
cases.
had the carry box for the
wrapped
cassettes.
up.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like there were towers for CDs, but like in our era, it was very common for you to just drive around and listen to music with your friends. Like, let's just go for a ride, and then you'd bring your CDs. So
thank God we had 8 tracks though, because that would have been.
Where do you
Lord.
store all that?
Right.
So, okay, I found the, and hopefully we don't get a tight shot on this because it's like Aisha's like, it's got like dust on it. That's how old it was. But you all remember these? Come on now.
Yeah.
It went up in your like the visor
Yep.
part. Like
I
that's
have
where it
one on my visor.
belonged. So I've got like CDs here. I do have like the actual like CD cases, but that's not important. So you want me to
Let's
pull
check
out?
out. Like, give me two.
Oh, okay. So
Some of your faves. Janet. All for you.
I love Janet, and I got multiple Janet. I got multiple Janet. Remember this one. I think is this the Velvet Rope?
It looks like
It might be the Velvet Rope. So
I would say let's play it, but I don't have a CD player.
I know what happened to those. I don't even know if I own one.
No more.
Okay.
It used to be on the side of your TV too. Like I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're really gonna. I don't even know what that one is.
What is that?
I don't know. Does anybody remember this? This CD.
Art Pop. It might be like a compilation, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we can't try to find out.
But so I did like Puff Daddy, P Diddy, whatever he went by
he was at that
in
time.
the eras.
P Diddy, yeah.
Sean Combs,
yeah,
all of it. So you all remember Danity Kane because I was an MTV junkie.
I never got into them, but yeah, I remember the group.
Anything that was like fun, dance to, like and then soundtracks were big too.
Yes,
this
definitely.
happens to be the Cruel Intentions because I like that movie. Oh, this is either embarrassing or I don't know, but yes, I have lots. Okay, so this is different. That some people might. James Blunt was the CD I had.
Did not own that.
You're beautiful. That song.
Yeah.
So lots of Justin. I see a Justin Timberlake in here. I see a Gwen Stefani in here. You know.
Okay.
So.
All right. Your music, it was pretty diverse.
You
listened to a little bit of everything.
It was
pop,
probably
rap.
There's probably a little more pop with. I really liked R&B. So when I like made this list, I was like, ooh, I was an R&B girl.
Okay.
When I really looked at all the ones I liked.
So when you went to the TP.
Oh my gosh.
When you went to the TP and then when you went on as you got older, what were some of the dances that you did? I mean, did you just stay in the box?
I stayed in the box. There were,
You didn't stay in the box when you did Push It. You was
No,
Push It.
Yeah. No, that was not in the box. Okay. But like I just line dances, things like that.
The country line dances or like line dance?
Like
a shuffle,
like
the black line dances?
No, not the black line dances. Not. Y'all look up where I grew
just show
up.
Me the Garth
There was no shuffle.
Okay.
That had not come up yet. But I feel like that. It was. In that age, I don't know if like I could even say like anybody was a great dancer. We were all trying to find ourselves. Now, maybe, but I don't remember being like, oh my. I think the boys were in the era of like break dancing too, but that was also a time when grunge came out.
Okay, so they was jumping all over the place.
Yeah, the flannel grunge shirts were like real popular. So. Kurt Cobain. So it was like and again, middle school is just 2 years. So there's like flashbacks.
Yeah.
Of all the different like genres that came in during like that 2-year window.
So if I were to play the instrumental for Salt and Pepper, what dance would you break out into? Dun, 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 dun. Push it real. I mean, it was really, they had the routines because actually P. Diddy, he was a backup dancer for a long time before he actually became a producer. So everything was like, dancing and coordinating. So you would just break out with the, that's what you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to like be cool, but scared of my life. Like I got to dance with people. Yeah. Yeah.
So were you that chick that danced with a whole lot of girls at the same time?
Yeah, just my friends.
I could not. Yeah,
just my friends.
Yeah. If we did do that when I was growing up, it was more of routines. So like just like us writing down all the lyrics, we would then try to like
create
steps.
Yeah, like Beyonce style.
We had dance competitions in school, so we would create all kinds of dance moves. I think, what was it? Who was that? Felix, you can do for me. Who was that? I forgot his name. But not MC, it was MC something, but Bree came out later. But anyway, dance moves, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, all this is gonna be in my head now.
We're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look it up
and put it in.
Yeah, but he was chocolate. He was fine. I loved him, the guy I can't think of, and I loved Big Daddy Kane. So, but anyway, let me get to my top 5. Do you want to share anything else about these memories? So when you listen to the songs that you listened to back then, what emotions or what kind of things come up for you?
I mean, mostly it's good. Like if it comes on the radio, I'm like, oh yeah, like crank it up, like that's what it reminds me of, just being young, where like you could just listen to me. You didn't have to pay bills. You just like listen to music in the car.
Right.
Like
think of that, yeah. That's freeness.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, like fun times.
Okay. All right, so for me, music was life. So I was growing up in Detroit, only child. I would say fairly spoiled for the income that we had. But for me, I was in my room all the time, listening to all kinds of music. And then music permeated in my house. Music was like my family. So my father was in the music industry. My grandfather, he used to go downstairs when he would come home from work from Ford Motor Company. And his man cave, as we would call him now, was he would be in his lazy boy recliner down in the basement, listening to all his jazz records. A lot of them I have, but that's another episode. So I would just remember music like vibrating in the floors because he would have it up so high, and I would go down and listen, and he would educate me on all the different jazz musicians. So I've always been around music, and like I said, my father was in the music industry. He was an A&R rep, so he would always have the different albums that would be coming out. And for me, you know, it was an emotional thing as far as the things I was going through, hormonal stuff. I love Whitney Houston. I love Michael Jackson.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Whitney.
Both of them. I loved LL Cool J.
Okay, so.
No rapper can rap quite like I. Okay, see, I will go there.
LL.
I know every lyric. See, again, I was the only child, so I know every lyric. If anybody wants to battle me, like on any lyric.
Is that a challenge?
No, it's a challenge. Like, real talk. Like, I know not every LL Cool J song, but I'm pretty familiar with most LL Cool J, DJ Quick, NWA, all those things. Like, I'm going to show you. Hold on. Like, this is real talk. First of all, this was my album. Right here, Michael Jackson. And I used to always put my name. I used to write my name on my albums. I don't know why I did that. But y'all remember these albums when they used to have the whole picture? What?
This was like art.
Man, look, my next house, so I'm in the process of moving. I said my next house, I'm literally going to enclose in shadow boxes some of the beautiful artwork that I have, like my grandfather's old Cameo albums and like Dizzy Gillespie, all those beautiful covers. I'm going to encase them and like put them on the wall. But yeah, this was art. This is art, right? And so then I have another one. We're JJ Fat and we're here to rock.
Rhymes like ours could never be stopped.
Love
See,
JJ
it's three
Fat,
of us, and I
Supersonic.
know we're
So these
fresh.
were like
Party
singles,
rockers,
so you
non-stoppers,
would
and our
have,
names are Def.
and
See,
my
the J is
fun
for
facts,
just. The other
Dr. Dre produced this album, and Eazy-E, who I was in love with, his Jerry curls and all, I was in love with Eazy-E. Let me tell y'all, look, I was so in love with Eazy-E. You gonna laugh. Don't be laughing at my memories, look. So...
Yes, this is what I'm talking. Oh my gosh.
This used to be on my wall, as you can see the old tape.
Let me tell you, that tape.
And it was like, hey, look, I had affirmations back then, like, hey, Yiesha.
Okay.
He was looking at me like, girl, hey, girl. And so for me, we had the box in Detroit. We had a dance show, which was the first black broadcasting network in the country, was in Detroit. And they used to have a show called The Scene. And we had a dance show. So every time the show would come on, we would look at all the new dance moves and everything. And so we listened to that or watched that, but listen to the box. But I would have all these type of posters on my wall. So I love Eazy-E. And so this was like from Right On Magazine. We had Jet. Hold on. Y'all got me.
Wait.
Hold on. Look. You see, Felix laughed at me. But you see Ice Cube with the dry Jerry curl? Yeah, this was on my wall too.
Oh my God.
I love NWA because it was all about F the police. They was hardcore. This is when, like, you know, Luke, the explicit lyrics, all that stuff was like a huge thing with Reagan, and it was crazy, but this was the time for me. And so these were like hot off the press.
Yes.
Look, Arsenio Hall, y'all don't know about Arsenio Hall, but he had a show.
Oh
and then like Eddie Murphy. Look, it's just Shantae. My name is Shantae.
Oh my! This was like the gossip of the celebrities back then.
Yeah,
Can
and
we
then
please
the
show this, please.
door knocker earring.
Yes, the fades.
This is,
oh
look,
my gosh!
Look at the hairstyles. What? You know you liked it back in the day. Whatever.
The earring.
Yes. And
Oh.
so we also used to look at Jet magazine.
Wait, can I?
Yes.
ask
Come
something?
on.
You still keep all this?
Yes. No. Okay. So let's be clear. I have a box of memorabilia, and these are some of the things I pulled. Now, my mother, she used to keep everything, all my report cards, and they're all organized, like school years. She has my report cards and different things. But yeah, I kept all this stuff. Yeah, Beauty of the Week, Jet, what? Everybody had Jet magazine.
Oh my
Black
God.
Enterprise. That's Halle Berry. This is an earlier one, but this is Jet magazine.
I love that.
And so, what else did I want to share? Oh, snap. I'm going to show y'all some more pictures because it's funny. We got...
I love this.
This is classic. Somebody want to buy this off eBay. I'll put it on. Run DMC. You see them fresh Adidas? What? This was my first rap concert. My dad took me. Run's house. Oh, man, this was crazy.
Look how young they
But look at this.
look.
Look at Rick James and Mike Tyson.
Okay, this might be worth something. Put it up on eBay.
Y'all have no idea how much I love music. And I don't know if y'all can see this on the camera. Felix can tell me, but look.
I'm alone in my room. Sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience.
I hear my conscience call. Okay, don't let me go on. But this was LL. That was on my wall. Look at him. He was fine.
Okay, hold on. He was and still is.
LL
He has
Cool
aged
J is
very
hard.
well.
Yes.
He was one when he came out with the video. I was a video girl. Okay, talk about things my mom did not want me to watch. Was anything
Ooh,
LL.
he had them lips. Oh man, I used to love me some LL. But my mother, thank God, bless her heart, I listened to all this kind of stuff. It was on the radio, WJLB. So, okay, a few more memories because again, music is life for me. So my dad, he used to have a festival. He was in the music industry, and I found this old festival program that he did in Birmingham, Alabama, and it was the Birmingham Heritage Festival. Now, I'm sharing this because he used to have groups back in the day. Look at Kirk Franklin, head full of hair. You got Kirk Franklin, Dottie Peoples.
Do not come for us.
And my dad had Destiny's Child. There is Beyonce right
Wait,
there,
on.
girl. This was in 2000, this is 2000, yeah. Goody Mob, girl. I'm telling you, this was just amazing. And I'm gonna leave my memories with this one. So I am not going to share my rap lyrics, but here's proof. I'm not gonna let you read them because you know me, you'll make fun of me. But this is when I thought I was gonna be a rapper, like Shantae. And I wrote them all down right there.
I love this. If y'all can't really see this up close, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna describe it just a little bit.
No, everything started out with my name is Yiesha. No,
Well, I can tell you even just by touching this piece of paper, it's yellow. Do you all know? when you keep notebook
It's tethered.
paper.
Yes.
It has the feel of it, even.
The
I'm
feel of
telling-
old. And this one here was my rap. Okay.
Oh my God.
So this was my book, right? My rad dog, my rap book, my song book. And I even have it here on the inside, all the people that I liked, like Boys to Men, BBD,
Oh, you have really fun handwriting.
Johnny
back
Gill,
then.
Natalie Cole, Anita Baker, Ralph Tresvant. You know, I love me some New Edition. But this one, I just wanted to share with you because I remember this, listening to the radio, and I wrote down all of the lyrics. This is to Boys to Men. And look.
She has 10, 9, 8 all written out.
Like injection, fellas. I got all of this stuff written out. I'm telling you, music for me, look, if I did not have music, I think I would be dead. Real talk. Because Mary J. Blige was like, you know, you said when you listen to songs, you just get hyped. But for me, music was like every emotion. So sometimes for me, with Mary, everybody know what Mary, you know, is some type of emotion to it. But I would be sad. I would listen to her and feel better, although it was a sad song. Or it was relatable. Anything I was going through related. So, but those are my memories. Yeah, you can make fun of me, but I keep all this
love
stuff.
that. I love that your mom has kept it. I
Oh
love
my
that you keep
gosh.
it's like a treasure box of your memories.
And man, listen. Listen. This is NWA's fault because I'm looking at some of my rap lyrics. I'm gonna share 2 lines, just 2. Pimping on the street, around the block. I'm about to bust a rhyme, and it will shock the world. You know it, girl, because I'm good. Okay, that's all I'm sharing.
So these were written when you were like listening on the radio, like
In my room by myself.
pause, rewind, making sure you have like
Yeah.
the lyrics down. I love that.
Just writing raps. You know, that's what I did. Yeah. And I will perform. I have old pictures too where, again, music was a thing. So my mother used to put me on the table, and I have the pictures of me in a microphone performing because that's what I like to do.
I love that because we see artists who will say like, I've been, you know, singing since I was 4, and then I was in a group, right? Like Beyonce has that. Like we kind of know that story, but like to me, that's where like a lot of your confidence builds.
Yeah, you're right.
If
And
you're performing, right, you have to be confident enough to do that, right?
Yeah,
to sing.
And I never thought I would be a singer, but I think it kind of took me out of my shell per se, which, like you said, prepares you for life and, you know, skills and how to talk to people. Like, oh, you like this song? You'll be in school. You like this song? I like this song too. So then we start talking and become friends because of the music that we like together. So yeah.
It brings people together. A lot of people cook while the music's on. It's therapy sometimes.
That's me. I listen to music all the time. And honorable mention, a lot of people don't get credit for number one, the B-side. I think the B-side is always the best songs versus the songs that are really popular. But I used to be in love with a lady named Deborah Laws. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but she had an album out. Ronnie Laws was her brother. He was like a famous musician. But as far as affirmations, positivity, she didn't like blow up, but Deborah Laws was that chick. I love Deborah Laws. I used to listen to her all the time. And again, my dad, my grandfather would give me albums and cassettes of unpopular musicians, but they still had an impact. So yeah, that's all I got.
That's fun. Taking down a trip, memory lane, seeing some of your keepsakes. That's what they really are. Keepsakes.
Yes. And my Whitney Houston t-shirt, yes.
Shout out,
Yes,
Whitney.
yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was just a fun episode for us as we kicked off season 2. Please share with us some of your favorite rap artists or just musicians in general. Again, this is the 50th anniversary for hip hop. Shout out to all the people that made a difference in our lives through their music. And that's all I got. Do you have anything else to share?
That's it. And if you want any of Yiesha's keepsakes, name your price.
I will post it on eBay, and we'll also share some pictures after this episode of all the we have in front of us a record player, and we'll play a little bit of JJ Fad, but yeah.
And maybe get our dance on. I don't know. Some outtakes.
With Felix, you think Felix gonna get in there on this?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. the podcast you didn't know you needed. Bye.
Bye.